everyone, I'm here to make another exercise video for you. Today, if you have a slow-mo ball, we are going to use that. If not, it's not a big deal. You could use any item just to lift above your head, between your feet, a pillow, or just use nothing and just use your body. But if you have your slow-mo ball, go ahead and grab one. If you don't have one, I still have a couple more in the gym. You can let me know because we may or may not be using them in future videos. So, just like always, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to lay down on our backs, and we're going to start with our butt squeezes. So, legs bent is easier, legs straight is harder, whichever you choose. You're going to squeeze your bottom and release and repeat. So, don't mind the mess behind me. We end up getting a new car today. So, that's everything from my car seats, and everything else that was in it. So, all that fun stuff. Now we're going to switch to imprinting. Leg straight is harder. Pull that belly button down into that spine. Slowly let the belly button come back up and repeat. If you cannot maintain contact, go ahead and bend the knees, and that'll make it a little easier. Belly button up, belly button down. So I hope you all are doing well. I'm going to keep making new videos for you to try and get you some variety going. And we're back to butt squeezes, this time with a 3-second hold. So that's hold, 2, 3, release, and repeat. Sorry, pardon me. Sweatshirt was in the way. And back to imprinting, this time also with a 3-second hold. So pull that belly button in and hold, 2, 3, release, and repeat. So some fun things I've been doing here on the farm was I decided to try and make butter. I used my Ninja, and it works. If I have the cream from 3 gallons of milk, gives me about 3/4 of a pound of butter. And now we're going back to our last round of butt squeezes, this time with a 5-second hold. So squeeze your bottom and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, release, and repeat. So the cool thing about making butter is that you also get the byproduct of buttermilk. So I've been getting creative. Buttermilk pie, buttermilk pancakes, buttermilk bread. If you have any suggestions, please email me. And last round of imprinting, also with a 5-second hold. So pull that belly button in and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, release, and repeat. So the neat thing I found out is about making butter out of our milk for whatever reason is it's white. Don't know if that's normal or not. It's just our cows. So definitely not yellow like you buy in the store. And one more. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so go ahead and get into the up position and grab your slow-mo ball. And what we're going to do, I'll turn a little bit diagonal so you can see, is we are going to roll all the way down and then try your best to sit all the way up. If you cannot get all the way up, that is okay. Sit up as high as you can. Feel free to use the ball or whatever you have as a little bit of momentum to oomph you up. So we're going to roll very slow all the way down. Reach the ball back as far as you can and sit up tall. Roll all the way back. sit up tall. And we're going to just keep doing those. This next one I'm going to show, if you can't get all the way up, that's okay. You reach back and you get as high as you can. And if that's all the farther you go, then you just repeat it in that position. But if you can get all the way up and sit tall, that's what we're going for. And rest. So hopefully that wasn't too bad. We've done this one in class before. It is a challenging one, but it can't all be easy. And the rest always goes faster than the work, so get that ball out and up as high as you can and roll really slow on the way down. And it's so much fun. We're going to do a whole bunch. And up, sit tall. That elongates those spine muscles. Opens up the shoulder area. Good stuff. Try one more. And slow, 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 slow. And rest. Alright, we got one more of those coming up. And then we'll move on to our next exercise. About 5 more seconds of rest. And there it goes. I think my clock has fast batteries in it. And up. Sit tall and slow, slow, slow. And repeat. So I hope you can see the top of the ball. I'm not sure if you can. My tripod broke. I had to tie a wooden block to brace it. And then I had to hide the string so the cat wouldn't knock it over. So it took a little bit of finagling to get tonight's video going for you. And stop. Alright, next up. Thinking for a second. We're going to lay down. Ball goes between the knees. I want you to apply about half pressure on it. Again, if you don't have a ball, you're just going to do it without. Bottoms up, bottoms down. Bottoms up, bottoms down. But something as simple as a pillow will give you something to push against. But glute bridges by themselves are plenty hard enough. And a 15-second hold in the up position. Make sure you're breathing. All the weight should be on your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Remember, if the arms down is too easy, you can always do elbows bent. That is medium. And crisscross is hard. Just make sure if you crisscross that you're still getting full range of motion. I'll show it in this position. A little bit of pressure. Bottoms up, bottoms down. So when I say tonight's video, I know you guys watch this at 8:30 in the morning, but I make them at 10, 11 o'clock at night when my children are sleeping. And let's hold the last one in the up position. Hold, hold, hold. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All the weight shifts to the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on down. 2 down, 1 to go. So I'm hoping to get my garden planted this weekend. As long as it doesn't rain. Alright, last one, everybody. Heels down, toes up, bottoms down. Medium pressure on that ball. So if there's any exercises that you're missing terribly and you would like it to show up in a video, just shoot me an email. Let me know. I'd be more than happy to make sure they're in there for you. And let's hold the last one in the up position. Hold, hold, hold. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. Come on down, relax those feet. Just kind of relax from, I say a minute, but it's really only a hot second. So, next exercise, opposite hand and knee with the ball. Apply pressure. Again, if you don't have the ball, you would just apply pressure that way. This is where we gotta be coordinated. And the other arm and leg are opening and closing as far as you can, keeping your spine in contact with the floor. So, in all honesty, that's as far as I'm opening without arching. Keeping that pressure with the other hand and leg. And switch. So now we're doing our other opposite. So for me, this side's a smidge easier, but not much. Make sure you're pushing while you open and close. And rest. Well, that one was fun, huh? So that one you should really feel down the front of your stomach. Alright, round 2. Opposite hand and foot bracing, other opposite hand and foot moving. Make sure you're breathing. Whether you're exhaling or inhaling on the up and down, just breathe. Alright, and switch to your other opposite. Pressing into that ball or just into your leg. Reaching back as far as you can. Keeping the spine flat. And rest. Round 2 is complete. Got one more coming to you. And then we'll move on to something else. Alright, everyone, you can do it. Get some pressure. Last set, I promise, on this exercise. Don't want to give you a false sense of hope, because this one's pretty challenging. And switch. Make sure you breathe. Keep the spine flat. And stop. Alrighty. Go ahead and rest for a moment on that one. If your belly muscles feel super tight, you can always roll over and push up and stretch them back out if you need to. Kind of opens everything back up. Because next up is windshield wipers. So, we're going to use the ball and we're going to put it between our knees. If that's too easy, you can put it between your feet. So a little bit of pressure, arms are out. You drop to the one side as far as you can, keeping your other shoulder in contact with the ground. Come up the middle and then switch. So when you go to the left, your right arm and shoulder are going to try and pull up and you're not going to let them. So you go as far as you can. Just remember, however far down you go, you do have to come back up to complete that exercise. And rest. So you should really feel that one through the side of the body and the rib cage. This one's important because it's opening up your thoracic cavity, which helps with breathing. As we get older, everything starts to get tighter. We tend to not turn around as much. So by forcing that motion, kind of helps open everything back up. All right, get those knees back up. Drop them to one side. Come back up. Drop them to the other. Keeping those arms flat, palms down. If this is too easy, you can put the ball between your feet and do it that way. But that just is too hard for me, so I'm going to go back to bent. I could do it, but it wouldn't be pretty, and there's no way my arms would stay down. And rest. Got one more set. All right, knees up at 90. So by this time, you should definitely be feeling more open. Not any easier necessarily, but you should feel like your torso has relaxed and opened. Maybe even some snap, crackle, pops on those first couple ones. Good. And stop. All right. Next exercise. Ball goes between the feet. Feet go up. We are imprinting and really holding it tight. So pull your belly button into your spine until you feel all your muscles get super tight. And while you're holding that position, you're going to squeeze the ball between your feet and release. This is too hard because you can't keep your legs straight. You can do it with your legs in the bent position. But the important thing to remember, regardless, is to hold that imprint because that's what's going to contract the abdominal muscles. And rest. And back up. If you can do feet, that's great. Imprint tight, squeeze those belly muscles, and squeeze and release the ball. And rest. Got one more. And then we'll have time for one more exercise. And I think we'll make it a fun one to wrap it up. Remember, my fun and your fun, not always the same thing. All right, legs up, squeeze and release while you're holding that imprint tight. Should really have some rock solid abs from because you're holding it down so hard. All right. So for the last one, we are not using the ball. What we're going to do is starting in the up position. We've done this one before. We're going to hold onto the back of our knees and you're going to rock back onto your shoulders and then try and sit up. Again, similar to the first exercise, but different. If you can't make it all the way up, it's okay. So, grab the back of the knees, rock back, and sit up tall. Rock back, and sit up tall. If you rock back, and this is all the farther you get, then you're just going to sit here and kind of do this half rock. But if you can get tall and all the way up, that's good. And rest. Also, if any of you don't have a yoga mat, I can get those to you too. You just need to let me know. You can call the gym, which is 8062, or the easiest way is to email wellness@broadmead.org, and then I'll get it that way. All right, back of the knees, rock back and up, sit up tall, and repeat. So we're trying for 10 of these. Feel free to stop when I get 10. Or if you can only do 3, I'll take 3. That's okay too. I think that was 5. 6. 7. 8. Make sure you're sitting tall. 9. And 10. And rest. We got one more, and then we'll stretch. All right, ladies and gents, let's do this. And up we go, sit up tall. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that makes 10. Nice job. All right, go ahead and do one leg out, one leg bent. The leg that's out straight, hands are on top, just kind of hanging over, stretching out that hamstring. Pinky finger, pinky toe. And then relax that arm and really pull that toe back. If you can grab it, you can give it a little bit of assistance. And switch legs. Hanging over top that straight leg. Pinky finger, pinky toe. And really pull those toes back. Good. Go ahead and make your diamond or your butterfly. If you want to flap your wings, you can. You don't have to. You can kind of just sit here and let gravity do its thing. This should not hurt. Should be a mild discomfort because you're stretching. The farther out your legs are, the easier it is. The closer your heels are to your body, the harder it is. You want to grab a hold of your ankles and you can use your elbows to gently push down. Again, you do not have to. If gravity feels plenty, you don't need to add the assistance. But you should start to feel it just kind of relax out. All right, take your right leg, put it on top of your left knee, and then you're going to pull your left heel towards your bottom and brace yourself and push your chest towards your leg so that you feel it in the back of the right hip. All right. Take your left leg, cross it on top of your right knee, bring your right heel towards your bottom. Push tall and push your body towards your leg. You should feel it in the left bottom. All right, coming forward, sitting crisscross, legs out, whatever is the least uncomfortable. Looking up and over and at your elbow. And switch. All right, pull your arm across you because believe it or not, all those bracing exercises uses a lot of the tricep. And switch. Relax the shoulders down, take an ear to a shoulder, not a shoulder to an ear. Push it down, feel it here. And go to the other side. Chin to the chest. And chin to the ceiling. All right, well, I hope you all enjoyed that class. I'll try to make you another one at the end of this week for Friday, and then I'll try and get you new ones as often as possible. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.